7:17, a quick look at traffic. Cap City Freeway slowing up now at the I-80 split, all the way to the American River Bridge. And westbound 80 headed to Davis, slowing up at Reed Avenue. Traffic brought to you by ZeroResSacramento.com. And now, our good friend Dan in Sonoma. What's happening, Dan?
Hey, Sean, good morning. And speaking of Dan's, I wanted to sort of follow up on what he had said regarding this BlackRock commercial. I've been searching all morning to hear if this was correct, because I became aware of it, if it is correct, yesterday. And what I'm referring to is that BlackRock, which is a multi-billion-dollar, I guess it's an investment company, hedge fund company, whatever, had a commercial that did indeed have Thomas Cook, who was the first shooter, the first would-be assassin for Donald Trump. And the information I got yesterday was that Ryan Routh, who is this current would-be assassin, was also in either the same commercial or a different commercial. Now, it's difficult to find whether that's true or not, because the media is jumping all over it saying, no, this is false. They both weren't in the same commercial. But this is the same media that is in full denial mode regarding the Springfield, Ohio story, and that's the Haitian woman who was caught eating a cat. Now, we know that's true because we've seen the video of it. The officer catches her, then takes action and so forth. We know that's true, but the media is going overboard to deny that story. I'll talk about that in a second. But if it's true, and I'm going to continue to find out if that is true, a number of things come to mind. One, I have always said that there is a network of sorts to groom people to do all sorts of things, including assassination. Now, BlackRock may or may not be, and I'm not making accusations because I can't confirm it yet, but the pieces do fit together. BlackRock being an investment company and an international investment company, what this all comes down to with everything is money. Ukraine is one of the main hubs. There's other countries that are hubs of corruption, but Ukraine is front and center, it all started with Donald Trump exposing that by that phone call. It was so damning and so disturbing to the left that they launched an impeachment against him. Now, if BlackRock has any ties, let's put it this way: if BlackRock has certain investments and those investments fall apart, if Donald Trump gets elected, you can see the financial incentive for why BlackRock or any other company would want to stop or put the end to Donald Trump's life. Again, it all comes down to money and power.
Yes, and that's also part of you were referring to Dan's call. He talked about that too, and how some of these companies, that one and maybe others, are grooming people to do just what has happened this last couple of times over the last couple of months to Donald Trump.
And this has happened for countless decades. I mean, Lee Harvey Oswald was a very pliable mind, and these two morons, Thomas Cook and Ryan Routh, are also very pliable minds, easily manipulated. All it takes is the right person who knows how to use psychological techniques to get them to do literally whatever they want. So anyway, I will continue. I need to find out. This is bothering me why I can't find out the truth, because you can't trust the media anymore. And speaking of the Springfield, Ohio story, where this Haitian woman is caught eating a cat. First of all, that's what they do in these countries here. They're what they eat is whatever they can find. So that's commonplace for them. But why the media is going overboard to deny that that's real is because this will harm Harris, obviously, by the really stupid low information voter. If it becomes true, if it's revealed that it is true, that this woman was doing just that, eating a cat, and I'm sorry to do this to everybody first thing in the morning, that's going to resonate. And so the media is doing, going into overdrive, covering up this story. We all know it's a lie. One other story I want to touch on was thousands of Hezbollah terrorists being injured or killed by apparently Israel interfering with their pagers blowing up. So that's just it's interesting in a number of ways. We pretty much know it's Israel. And what they did was they somehow intercepted all these pagers, did something to them, whether they put an explosive device or caused the battery to explode or whatever. But you can't help but admire the creativity of Israel to do what they did. No one would have expected this. First of all, pagers are passé in this country, but they still use them apparently in these second and third world countries. And look what they did. They didn't kill. I probably didn't mean to kill a dozen people. They meant to maim them. And why? It shows restraint on their part, and it takes thousands of Hezbollah terrorists off the battlefield.
It does. But it makes me wonder, they could use the same thing. Somebody else could use the same thing against us. Because you could do that to a cell phone, too.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. No question about it. It's a 21st century war.
Indeed. The times they are a-changin', Dan.
They is.
You're a fine American, as always.
And a lousy Mexican, as always. Talk to you tomorrow, bud.
Take care. 7:23, mostly cloudy, and 75 today.